Okay, are we back? I think we're back. My gortness. That startled me. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let me know if you can hear and see me. Take 2 for today's live stream. I really hope everybody can join back in. We had such a good group. 75 people were here. I'm going to post the new link to my Instagram story real quick. Let's try this again. Hey, Jordan, welcome in. All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, Blue Wolf, welcome. My backup power supply that I had everything plugged into just freaked out during my live stream and I had to restart it. So I had to start a new stream. So that's what's happening. If you're joining on in now, we were live streaming for about an hour in the previous stream. I'm going to leave that up, the replay. So if you want to see, the first hour, it's a second stream or the first stream and this is now part 2 because we had that technical malfunction. But I just have everything plugged into the wall normally now. That power supply we have is for when we have bad weather and just so that we don't have to worry about the power going out during a stream. We have beautiful weather right now, so it's not a worry, but it shouldn't have done that. It just started beeping so loud. Again, almost like a fire alarm. But anyways, let me post this new link to my Instagram story real quick. And hopefully the 75 of you that were here in the previous stream can find your way back. Join or watch the new live stream. All right. All right, there we go. New link is up. All right, chaos. Sometimes things happen during the streams and you just got to roll with it. It's the only thing you can do. All right. I think everybody's finding their way back. Hopefully, it's not too confusing. Let me see what it looks like on YouTube. I think it should just look like 2 videos kind of next to each other. Yeah. Maybe I'll make a new thumbnail later so you can tell it's part 1 and part 2. Okay. All right, let's jump right back in. So, what we're doing now for anybody who's just joining on this new live stream, welcome in. I'll just reintroduce it really quick. We're working on my new movie theater themed sticker designs using my iPad Pro and the app Procreate. And right now, we're finishing up this 4th header with 2 of these new movie posters. So, one here is a cat pun on the movie poster for Batman, it says Catman. And we're finishing it off with a Titanic movie poster over here. And what we're gonna do is like the silhouette, maybe, or a simple illustration of two cats. We're gonna have one look like my cat Luna and one look like my patron Cassie's cat Bailey, who is in love with Luna. So it's a match made in heaven. So let's see. I want to keep this pretty simple. So I might not have them hugging, and I might instead have them be more like generic cat shapes up here. But we'll see. Let's see what I come up with. So I'm using my 6B pencil, and I'm going to start off with Luna because that's just kind of the easier one to do for me. So I'm imagining, again, just kind of like maybe two simple cat shapes that kind of fade as it goes down. I'll start simple and see if it works, and then I'll adjust it from there if I need it to be more detailed. Fluffy, you're here in spirit. Nicola, tell Fluffy that she is so loved, even if she's not in the movie poster. Okay. I don't know. Right off the bat, I don't like that specifically. I feel like it looks like a sock puppet, which I don't feel like is particularly working with the silhouette poster. I just don't want to have to draw anything too detailed here. Okay, let me try instead matching this poster here. And let's have Luna's face kind of come from the top of the screen or of the poster, like that. And then if I were to have a picture, oh, Fatima said two cat heads looking at each other with a heart in the middle. Oh, Fatima, you're a genius. You are a genius. I like that simplified approach. And actually, I feel like having a simple cat head like this is perfect. But then I'll do one exactly like that, just in different colors, and then a little red heart in the middle. I love that. We don't have to copy the poster exactly. We just need to convey the same concept. And what color? Hmm. I'm trying to think. I would have to pull up a picture of Bailey, but I'm pretty sure her head is like white, maybe with some like brown markings. If I just pull up my chat with Cassie, I should be able to find a picture of Bailey pretty fast. Okay, no, way off. It's her head is like mostly brown, but with a little bit of white. This is this is Cassie's cat Bailey, by the way. So this is the inspiration. Freaking adorable. Okay. I have minimal color options though. So we're going to know this is Bailey, but I'm going to have to make her a little bit more gray than brown. I'm going to start off with a gray base and then I'll put in some more details that will hopefully make it look a little bit more like her. Hey, Tiffany. Welcome in. No worries at all about being late. I've actually, this is like part two of this live stream because not accidentally, I had a technical malfunction that ended the first one. So if you're interested in watching the first hour, it is the previous live stream replay that I posted about an hour and a half ago. Oh my God, Laura, you read my mind. I love that you suggested that without even realizing that it was already here. So perfect. Hey, Bastel Loft, welcome in. Steph. Oh, man. Nicola said, Fluffy just purred at me, now upside down for belly rubs. She's the same as Luna. So cute. Jordan said, we're camping most of next week, so I'm debating using the leftovers of the camping kit. I think that would look so good in my blackout journal. Jordan, I feel like that's the perfect way to celebrate a little camping trip. I definitely love that idea. All right, I'm looking at my reference I have to the side here of Cassie's Kitty Bailey. And again, kind of using some creative liberties here to stick to my color scheme. So she's more of a brown tabby, but I'm kind of using gray in place of the brown. And then I kind of have to make both of their whiskers black to see them. Otherwise, I would give them white whiskers. And then I have a nice pink color here. That's perfect. I can use that for her nose. Might as well make Luna's nose pink too, even though it is not really pink in real life. Okay. What do we think about that? It definitely is different than the poster, but I mean, it's pretty adorable. So I feel like it works. I'm going to give our Bailey kitty a few more little face markings. Does it translate from afar? I feel like the ship is and the title is what really screams Titanic. And then it's okay that the upper illustration isn't fully reminiscent of the original poster. So I think I'm gonna move this now. And I think what I'll do to finish this off is maybe just make the posters a little bit bigger. And then I'll probably also then need to make the posters inside a touch bigger as well. But let's start here. Nicolette said, "Are the cats asleep?" In like the two in this illustration, I see it more as like that they're smiling. They're so in love and so happy because they don't know how the movie ends yet. Okay, that looks great. I'm now just going to go to, let's see, what layer has my background on it? This one? No. Here we go. This one. I think I'm going to see about just making these inside posters a little bit bigger to match. All right, something more like that. All right, perfect. Let's see, is there anything else I want to do? I was thinking maybe just some lights above each frame, and then I think we're done with this header. So what I'm thinking is maybe like a board of light bulbs, just like illuminating each frame. So give it a little black background and then some yellow circles. A little white shine. And then I'm going to see about using the white very softly to almost make each one glow. I feel like that isn't translating the way I want it to, right? Emily said, I think I liked it without the lights. I think I don't like the lights, but maybe I just want to do another like now playing coming soon sign instead. Or I could see about just doing, yeah, maybe just the coming soon or now playing. Let's try that instead. Just like the ones that are inside the little movie theater entrance. Maybe this I'll do in red. No, it's a little harder to see in red. Oh, I like that idea of doing a blue skyline for the Batman Melly. Bring blue in instead, and that way it doesn't blend into the brick. I like that idea. Something like that. Or maybe even this lighter blue, since I have that in the Titanic poster. That looks very nice. I feel like the contrast of that is spot on. Just gonna clean it up a little bit. All right, let me go back to my yellow and do my lettering up here. What did I say over here? Now showing. All right. Oh, and I see Ashley, you sent some of the original Batman posters because you want me to get the font right. Okay. I am happy to do so. Let's see here. Come on, messages. having a hard time loading them properly. I see Sammy's, I see Chelsea's. Let me close Pinterest and reopen it. Oh, down here. Okay. I feel like I like maybe doing like this font and in white because I think it'll help it stand out from that now showing font. So I think I'll do that. Bring some more white into this one. Hey, Holly, welcome back in. I had a slight technical malfunction that ended the last stream. So that is why there's a part 2 now, because I had to start a new one. But that first hour is still available to watch the replay. Okay, and I saw somebody say that one of these should say coming next fall instead. I like that idea. Or coming this fall. Can I fit that? Let's see if I can squeeze it. I need to make my background a little bit bigger. All right. Okay. There we go. What do you guys think of these 4 headers? Do those look done to you? I feel like those are looking pretty good to me. I might make the bricks a little bit lighter. Kimberly said, absolutely fur-tastic. I just love all of the cat puns throughout the chat. Too perfect. Perfect. I'm just messing with the brightness a little bit just to see if I want things to pop a little bit more, especially the ticket booth. Like that. All right. So now that we've got these 4 headers done, I already know what I want this 5th header to be. It's going to be kind of similar to this one with a film reel in the background and then 2 other movie theater related items on the right. I was thinking either 2 more movie theater snacks, um, or I could have like a film clapper. Um, there's some different options for this one. But I know that these are just going to be 2 decorative elements that I can pull from the single decorative sheet. So I want to work on this decorative sheet next. And then once this is done, I can finish that final header. Nicholas said, hope it doesn't cause a catastrophe with the power supply like last time. I know, man. Okay, well, I'm fingers crossed that nothing happens with this stream. We can't overload it with cat puns again, otherwise the stream just can't handle it. That's definitely what happened last time. My power supply was like, too many cat puns. Ow. Ugh. Cheers, everybody. Okay. So this is the sheet that I kind of want to record the making of, um, for potentially an edited sticker design video, because I know you guys have really been liking those. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the time lapse recording within Procreate that will actually cr- basically screen record the entire process of designing this sticker sheet. And then I'm just going to make sure that my camera is ready to go, which I think it is. Like that. Karen asked if these little boxes were supposed to be VHS tapes. These actually were supposed to be candy boxes, like the candy that you buy at the movie theater. Okay. So I think I'm ready to go. So what I'm going to do first is let's see, Holly said, idea for the cinema whiteboard header above to put absolutely perfect and then another pun for a review. I love that idea, Holly. We're actually going to leave this blank so you can write your own header in there. And then on this larger sticker, we already filled up the marquee with lights, camera, action, and a now playing announcement for Jurassic Pause. Okay, so I think I'll open it up on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press record and I'm just going to record a little kind of opening clip where I go like this. Oh, wait, actually, I want to center my iPad for this. All right, let's do that again. And this will be kind of like introducing this theme showing what I've already created. And then I'll also show this one. And now I'll go to my canvas down here. I'll show these sketches real quick. And then I'm going to turn the opacity down on the sketches. Create a new layer. And I think what I'll also do is I'm just going to go over to sheet 1 here, and I'm going to grab these 2 illustrations I've already created, and these are going to kind of be my reference for the style that I'm going for. So I'm going to grab the popcorn first because I've already created that, and then the icy. Copy. Paste. And then I'm just going to kind of reposition these real quick to match my sketches for now. All right. And now I'll stop recording so I can take a second to make my next plan. So I guess I will just start with these sketches and go from there. I feel like there's going to be more elements I want to add to this sheet, but we'll start with the things I already have here. And then I'll also be keeping an eye on any suggestions that you guys have in the chat as well. I'm trying to think if I want to bring in any reference photos initially, but I don't think I really need them because I think I already used the references as I needed to for the sketches. And at least for like the popcorn, soda, the movie clapper, initially, I think I can go in without any more references. So I think I'm just going to dive in and probably just start with the other popcorn and the other soda, since those are going to be the easiest ones to just kind of mimic the style I did for this popcorn and this icy. Okay. And I do think we have ticket stub sketches farther down. I'm not going to move it right now until I start recording again. But yeah, let's just get into this. So I am hitting record. All right, and I think I'll start with the second popcorn. I'll show what brush I'm using, the 6B pencil here. And I think I'll also use my symmetry tool here. So I'm going to turn on drawing assist. I'm going to go and edit my drawing guide and just bring my center line to the center of my popcorn. And this is going to be a nice big tub of popcorn. Ugh, I really hate when my iPad gets more dull and less dull when I know I'm going to be editing this for a video. I'm like, do I compensate? Do I just let it be? Maybe I'll just let it be and I'll let Jake adjust the brightness in post. I really like the star motif. So I think I'm going to maybe bring that into the design of this popcorn bucket. Oh, and now it just got brighter again. So annoying. See you later, Tara. Thanks so much for joining on in. Okay. What I'm going to do now is pause, turn the brightness down, and start again. Okay, I'm going to grab some of these blues, bring those over. Laura asked, did I spell icy wrong on purpose for copyright purposes? That was exactly my thought. Yeah, I didn't want to spell it exactly like the icy brand. So that is absolutely the case. This has turned into a pretty wild popcorn bucket design. Okay, let's go on to the actual popcorn now. I'm going to turn off the drawing assist, and I'm also going to go to the layer below. And I'm just going to start with my general popcorn shape. Fill that in with my light yellow. Now I'm going to go in with some black and put in what's like kind of like an outline, but it's also like a shadow to create some of my individual popcorn pieces and texture. I'm going to go in with some white, put in some highlights. And then some of this, what looks kind of like a darker brown I used in here. Nicola, this is supposed to be just a cursive R, but if you're having a hard time reading it, then I'm going to change the font because you probably then wouldn't be the only one. Hey, Kayla, welcome in. A fellow Kayla. Love to see it. All right, I'm going to go in with this darker red. I really should have done this first, but I'm just going to try to kind of shade this side of the popcorn bucket. Hey, Tuttle, welcome back in. So happy to see you here today. All right. I'm also going to add a harsher or more pronounced black outline around this popcorn box now that it's not on a black background. Hey, Zoe, welcome in. So happy to see you. Yeah, I started about 2 hours ago, a little under 2 hours ago, Tuttle. The first hour, though, is in the previous live stream that was posted before this one. I then had a power difficulty happen that ended the stream accidentally. So this is part 2, so which is the rest of the stream after that first hour. All right, I feel like that's good, a good start here. So let's now go on to the icy and soda. First thing is I am again going to give the icy, a little bit of a more pronounced black outline. And now similar deal over here. And this is just going to be a normal soda. Okay, I'm reading your suggestions for what this soda should say. We're super into the cat puns for this collection. I love it. So I'm seeing Dr. Paws, Dr. Luna, Popsy, Cat Cola, Cat Cola. I really like Popsy or Cat Cola. Should we do another poll to decide? Today is the day of cat pun polls. What soda cat pun should we use? Okay, we're going to decide between Popsy or Cat Cola. So there's a poll in the chat for you guys. You can let me know. And in the meantime, I will color in this cup. I think I'll have this kind of match like the swirly design of this cup. Let's see what's winning the poll. We have 26 votes in, and Popsy is beating Cat Cola by like 30%. So even though that's only about a third or little less than half of you have voted, it does seem like it's a pretty overwhelming majority. I'll give you guys another second to get your vote in if you haven't yet for what we're going to call this soda, what sort of cat pun we're going to use. Again, these are the important decisions being made. All right, Popsy is the winner. And that makes me actually think, let me look up the Pepsi logo really quick in case there's a way I can make it resemble. Oh, I mean, it's the perfect colors. I'm not going to make it exactly the same, but I'm going to make it recognizable enough. Basically just changing it by doing some straight lines. And I think I've left this different enough and generic enough that I shouldn't have to worry about Pepsi coming and finding me. All right, let me pause that recording and start a new one. Oh, Rabarella, good idea. You said, what about just inverting the colors? Make it even just like that little bit more different. Great idea. Great idea. Okay, we got some snacks. I think the next thing I want to do is this film clapper. So I'm going to look up film clapper. Kimberly, not on purpose. This line here just got a little bit too light. There you go. Yeah, that's like I'm just so used to using less pressure on the upstrokes that just kind of consistently what happens with my upstrokes. They get very light. It's a very thin, light line. But I like to know those things because for every one person that has a hard time reading something, there's a lot more that probably agree that I don't hear from. So I always like to know when something doesn't seem fully legible. Because for how much I letter, I still have kind of sloppy handwriting, and I get used to the way I write certain letters. So, like, I think it's like my U's and my N's look the same pretty much. Just little things like that. Okay, so I'm going in now with my film clapper. And I'm drawing or coloring things in by hand so I can get some of this texture to stick around. All right, let's start putting in some of these details. I like the idea of a paw holding the clapper, but I don't think I'm gonna go that far with the cat punniness. I more am just wanting the cat puns to be in, like, any little written details, but I don't actually want there to be any physical cats coming into the other elements of these designs. Does that make sense? It's like when it's like the posters or writing, then it's like a cute little detail, but not trying to actually have like anthropomorphic movie making cats come in. So I'll just have the clapper here. I know. I absolutely love the cat references and how carried away in the best way everybody's getting with them. Because we're like, I can tell we can all imagine like this like cat movie world. It's so fun. Like, it's this such a fun thing about creating art and getting carried away and, like, the creativity of it. I just love it. So special. Okay, let's do my different lines and categories here. Oh, um, Ray Beth said, "For some reason, it won't let me switch from top chat to live chat." That actually reminds me that I didn't change over when I started this new stream. So if there's anybody whose chat I haven't been seeing for any reason, I do apologize. Sometimes the top chat option filters messages out for like no good reason. I think it's like meant to be a way to stop spam comments, but it doesn't do a good job, and I find it like filtering comments that shouldn't be filtered out. Um, so if there's anybody whose chats I've been missing, I just changed from top chat to live chat. Absolutely, Lauren. After the stream, I'll definitely look at the Patreon chat. I saw earlier some other people posting some photos to the chat as well. So I'll definitely check all of the Patreon chat photos after the stream. Hmm. That's so weird, Ray Beth, that it's not giving you that option at all. Hopefully, it's not filtering out too many people's chats today. But my only advice would be to just, refresh or try reopening the stream and seeing if that helps. All right, just going to straighten up these lines here. All right, and I think I'll grab a little bit of this gray and maybe just use that just to like put a little bit more texture here and there. And then I'll grab my yellow, and I'm using my yellow as like a highlight color on all of the far right edges of things, as if there's like a little bit of light shining on it. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Lauren. Holly said that her chat isn't working, so she's wants me to know that she will be lurking. Thanks for letting me know, Lauren. Holly, I'm sorry that your chat is not working. I'm sure you're trying the different things of like maybe trying on a different device or refreshing, making sure you're logged in to your Google/YouTube account. But glad to know that you're still there, Holly. Oh, and Tuttle said that you were unsubscribed from my channel. Isn't YouTube so annoying like that? Always good to check that you're still subscribed if just in the off chance that YouTube has been a butthead and unsubscribed you. But I appreciate you noticing, Tuttle, and resubscribing. All right, let's do a little ticket stub down here. And I'm going to use my symmetry tool for this. This kind of reminds me of my carnival collection because I included a bunch of ticket stubs as a part of that sticker collection a few years ago. I think I'll have a few different tickets. So I'll do like a red one, a blue one, a yellow one, kind of have all of our different color scheme colors come in. So I'll just start with this first one. Let's turn off the symmetry now. Oh, my recording ended at some point. It's not a huge deal though. This is a pretty small part of the sticker sheet, but I've restarted it now. So I'll end up having multiple of those, but I'm just going to start with the one. All right, and just over here on my computer, I'm just going to pull up the picture I have on Patreon of that first sheet just so I can see what my film strip looks like and do something kind of similar. So this is also probably something that I'll probably include multiple of. Do you guys think I should do this film strip a little bit more wavy or should I do it fully straight? Yeah, maybe I'll do one of each to start. And then maybe I can include them on different sticker sheets. Because these stickers might get moved around between different sheets. So let's start with a straight one. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'm looking at the one I did previously. So I think I'm going to fill this whole thing in black and start there. All right, now I'm going to use white on a new layer just to show where my different frames are going to be. I think I can probably split this into 4. Let's make this a little smaller. Right about here. And then here. Okay, kind of like that. Again, I'm glancing off to the side at the first header I did with the film strip and mimicking the style I chose to do for that one. Like that. Now I'm going in with these little bits, and I'm pretty sure I just copy and pasted a bunch for the one I did previously. But maybe I'll hand draw all of these. We'll see how it turns out. And I've done film strips, I want to say as a small detail in one other collection, my Springtime Snapshots collection, which includes like Polaroids and film cameras. If I remember correctly, I think some of those headers had some like small brown film strips that kind of swirled through the headers. So this is kind of reminding me of that. Oh no, Nicola, I'm sorry your internet connection is giving you a hard time. I hope that you're able to stay. I hope it sorts itself out. All right, Courtney, see you once your Chromebook is charged, hopefully soon. Okay, I love that. So I think what I want to do now is just make these frames maybe a little bit see-through. Let's see if I like that. Which essentially would just end up making them look kind of like dark gray. This is what they would look like without the sketch and background. And I think I'm just going to leave the frames blank. I don't actually want to put anything inside of the frames. I'm just going to have it be like a blank film strip. And let's maybe just sprinkle in some little bits of yellow highlight. All right, so I'll start there. Leave it there for now. Let's maybe do this extra wavy film strip that's over here. Just kind of working out the shape of this here. All right, something like that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is on the layer below is where I'm going to color this in. So that way my line work is preserved on a separate layer. Thank you to so much to whoever just placed a sticker order. By the way, in case any of you haven't seen, I posted my September Plan With Me video yesterday, setting up all of my September, not only monthly spreads, but also all of my weekly spreads, because I wanted to set up the entire month in advance for September to try to help me get back into using my journal consistently on a weekly basis. Because I found that throughout this summer, it's felt like more of a struggle to use my bullet journal um, as consistently as I personally feel like is ideal for me. So, change things up a little bit with this setup, and I used my frog tea party theme. I'm just really happy with how it turned out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's up on my channel. And I've got the frog tea party stickers available in my sticker shop as well. Hey, Mallory, welcome in. So happy to see you today. All right, let's start to put the frames in here as well. So we'll go here. Let's go here. Here. Something like that. And I'm just using some nice light white lines to distinguish where one frame ends and another begins. It's a very simple style that I feel like perfectly captures this film strip look. When I did this on that first header, I actually just meant it to be the sketch, but then I felt like it looked perfect as is. Oh, yay, Holly. I'm glad you were able to make it in. You had to make a whole nother account. That is so strange. I'm glad that you were able to make your way back into the chat, Holly, and sorry that it was giving you so many issues. All right, I'm going to merge these two layers together, and then I'm going to use my liquify tool to just like fix the shape a little bit in some parts. Like I feel like this edge, the angle isn't quite right. It needs to be scooted this way a little bit. That looks better. And thank you so much again to whoever just placed a sticker order. I appreciate your guys' support of my sticker shop so much. Okay, so I'm going in and doing the same thing here where I am selecting my frames and then turning down the opacity on them so that they're a little bit see-through, which in the final sticker, because the background will be white, will make it look like it's a little bit see-through and it's going to show up as like a lighter gray color. And then I'm going to do another layer underneath, and this is where I can take into account what would actually kind of show through these see-through sections. So like the back of this, oh, it would actually curve around kind of like this. So just kind of making it darker where it would overlap with itself. Oh, amazing, Melly. So happy to hear that your sticker order arrived yesterday. All right, and then this frame here. Actually, this still needs a little white outline. Like that. And then same thing, grab my black and darken up anything that needs to be darkened up. Holly, I'm just glad you were able to make a new account so quickly and get back in the chat. Hey, PokeFan14, welcome in. And thank you again to whoever just placed a sticker order. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's put in the little white holes that go at the top and bottom. See you later, Zoe. Thanks so much for joining on in. And if there's anybody else who's joined in or left and I haven't noticed in the chat, hello and goodbye. I'm so happy to have you guys here with me today. Designing stickers is always more fun when we do it together. I just love these sticker design streams, and getting to do the public ones is so much fun. So I do 7 Patreon live streams. And even if you're a free patron, I've been opening a couple streams a month open to my free patrons as well. Like last week, my patrons got to watch me set up my September spreads live, the spreads that you saw me set up in the video that got posted this weekend. And I also did a sticker design live stream at the beginning of the month that was open to all of my patrons. So if you're ever wanting more live streams, Patreon's the place to be, and that's where you can stay up to date on my newest sticker collections. All right, let's just put in a little touch of yellow again on the edges. As my little highlight color. All right, that looks pretty cool. Not bad. Oh, it looks like I had my symmetry tool on because it kind of was drawing it again over here. Nicola said, "What are we all celebrating this week? Mine is going to a concert on my own to see Taylor Swift at Wembley Stadium." That sounds so much fun. Oh my God, Nicola, I'm jealous. That sounds amazing. Lisa said, "That looks more like 35 millimeter film. Movie film should be thinner." You know, we're using some artistic freedom today. Lisa, definitely not going with full realism here, more just my own artistic approach. All right, let's now do this director's chair. So I'm going to try doing this without a reference and see if I can figure it out on my own. I think I'll have the cloth parts of the chair be red. And hopefully with the sketch I've already got enough of a base down here to do this illustration without too much of a reference. I'm basically imagining that that fourth leg is like right behind this one, so you can't really see it. Because I remember when I was doing the sketch for this, that it just looked too busy if I had the fourth leg poking out. So if you're wondering, where's the fourth leg? I'm kind of cheating and just imagining it's like right behind this one. All right, I'm going to grab my red. Oh, Lauren said, "Does celebrating 2 weeks of marriage count?" Absolutely. And he said, "We've been dating for 13 years, but got married 2 weeks ago, and we've been together since we were 13." That is so crazy, Lauren. Oh my god, that is so wild that you guys have been together that long. All right, let's grab some of my darker reds and start shading this. All right, let's start bringing in a little bit of yellow to kind of start to define some of these different pieces here with a little highlight. Okay, maybe now is where I'll see if putting this fourth leg in here feels right. It would basically come like this, but then no, I really do think it would basically be here. It would be right behind. So I think that still works. The only thing now I'm noticing is I think this leg is in the wrong place. Now that I see where it would be intersecting with the other one. So let's just get rid of this. And it would come out here. So it would be more like this. Okay, that looks more wrong though, right? Maybe kind of split the difference. Holly said, let's see, I'm looking back up here. Okay, Holly said, I'm not a romance person. The only love I have is my family, best friend, and my stickers and journals, and my art, and my cute dog. And you said, I'm not sure if you saw my comment, but I relate as I'm 22 and I'm going to find it later, but I don't need it as I have it with my family. Is that weird? Does it sound a bit odd? I just don't think romance is for me. It's not my cup of tea. That is not weird at all, Holly. And I don't know how like aware you are of the whole like all the people out there that are aromantic and or on the aromantic asexual um umbrella, but there are whole communities of people that feel the same exact way, Holly. It not everybody in the world feels like they're a romantic person or cares for romance. Just like there's some people in the world that also have no like don't care for anything sexual, like romance and sexuality are definitely not something that everybody in the world experiences. And you are not weird at all for feeling like, you're like, I love my family, I love my dog, I love my journaling, but you just don't have that feeling of like love or romance. Outside of like those other ways that you love people. And you can see in the chat that there's a lot of people that relate. Karen said, I'm asexual. Rabarella's thinks that they're asexual, aromantic. Karen is panromantic, asexual. Karen said, the only romance I want is in my books. But but yeah, so you're not weird at all, Holly, and you have definitely people in this community that can relate to you in that way. And yeah, I feel like it's good to know that you're not alone. You're definitely not weird. Um, and it's totally normal to feel that way. And it's not something that you have to change about yourself. That being said, like sometimes like things like that can be fluid. Sometimes it's just certain parts of life. Sometimes it changes depending on who you meet in the future. But sometimes it doesn't, and it's just a consistent part of you. So, yeah. September said, thank you for talking about this. You're definitely not alone, and I definitely relate to wondering if I was weird before learning about asexuality. Holly said, I don't think I'm ready for that world yet, even though I'm that age, but with my learning disability, it's a bit different. And me understanding with it, I just find it a bit odd for me. Makes so much sense, Holly. And I'm just so glad you can talk about it here, so you don't have to feel like you're weird for not being interested in that stuff at 22. Because again, you are so not weird for that. And I'm just so glad that we have a safe space here to be able to talk about these things and get some insight and, you know, be able to share these parts of ourselves and know that there's, nothing wrong with you or anything like that. Okay, now that I've stared at this longer, I feel like the legs are good enough for me. Direct has an I. I'm finding it so interesting reading just in the chat right now, a lot of people like Kimberly and Daisy and Nicola, um, just sharing their different experiences with relationships or lack of relationships, and seeing the different ways that your guys' lives have gone in that regard. It's just very interesting. I love getting all of the different experiences and hearing about all of your guys' different experiences. Um, and it's very humbling to have this space where you guys can share these like very intimate and vulnerable parts of yourself. Um, and, what Kimberly shares here, I think, is what I hope for everybody to be able to have, whether it's family, friends, or within your relationship with yourself. But um, Kimberly shared, I'm scrolling up to the first chat here. When I got married, I wasn't head over heels, love at first sight. Both my daughter and I are demisexual. It wasn't until my cancer came back a second time and I, quote unquote, gave my husband a way out, saying that it's okay for him to leave. And I've gone through it alone before, and I'll find him and the kids after treatment. And he got right in my face, nose to nose, and said, "Do you think I took our vows as a joke? You don't walk out on those you love in sickness and in health, period. And we're in this together." And Kimberly said, and I told my daughter that I didn't have the fairy tale love at first sight, and that's okay. And that's so beautiful, Kimberly, because it just shows that like relationships can be so much more than just about romance and sex. Um, There are a lot of people these days that are in like platonic partnerships that kind of runs the way that we look at like heteronormative romantic marriages or relationships, but it doesn't have to have this like deep romance or deep um sexual attraction at the beginning, nor at all, to be like life partners, to be supportive, to be there for each other. Um, and I just think it's so important to see all these different ways that relationships as a general concept can be. It's not all one size fits all. Um, Not everybody's relationship needs to look the same. And just because your life doesn't include romance or include intimate romantic relationships, it doesn't mean that your life is any less rich or any less full. So I just love getting to hear that. Just the different takes. And Daisy in the chat said, because of my age, I think it has made me less intimate, my libido is lower, and I'm just 41. And due to what I've been through in both of my marriages, I don't believe that I'm meant to be loved. My first marriage was toxic on both sides, and the marriage I'm in now, he's abusive in all forms. It's okay. I'm just now able to talk about it without crying. Oh, Daisy, I'm just sending you a big virtual hug. I hope that you're in a safe space. I know that you're saying the marriage you're in now, he's incredibly abusive. I hope that it's something where it's just legally you're still married, but I hope physically you're safe. And if you're not, I hope that you're able to get out of that, Daisy. It seems like you're very aware, but yeah, I hope it's not a situation that is currently, you know, I see. Daisy said, I know I'm not alone. I'm just stuck. I'm not allowed to work, so I can't save to leave. And my family lives 3 hours from me. They've got me out before, but thinking he would change, I came back. Oh, Daisy, I'm just, and knowing that anybody is stuck in a situation like that, um, oh my goodness, Daisy, I am so sorry. I really hope, Daisy, that you can soon get out. Happy to hear that you have family a few hours from you and that they've gotten you out before. Um, and I hope that the day comes soon that you're able to be with yourself again and be with people that treat you the way you deserve to be treated. And um, please, Daisy, like, I know I'm just a stranger on the internet, but if you are ever unsafe, if you are ever needing support and help, outside of your family or calling hotlines or calling the authorities, just know that you can come and reach out. I just want you to know that I'm here, and everybody in the chat is sending you so much love, Daisy. But I know that the future is going to be bright for you, and you so deserve to be loved, and you do not deserve the abuse. I know you know this, but yeah, I'm sending you a lot of love, Daisy. September said, Daisy, please ask your family for help again. You deserve to get out, and there are so many resources for you and people who care for you. Daisy said, I want to be with my kids and family, and he's basically made it to where they don't want anything to do with me because he's narcissistic. And Holly said, I feel a bit odd because my friends have boyfriends and they ask me for advice. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never been in a relationship and I feel bad as I feel I've let them down, and also feel a bit awkward because my friends talk about her boyfriend all the time and I just find it uncomfortable. And she knows I don't like it, but she also has a learning disability. So it can be a bit difficult. Holly, I hope you guys are able to navigate that. I can imagine it takes maybe a little bit of learning how to best be a friend, to learn what makes you uncomfortable and what doesn't. But I think that makes sense, Holly. Daisy said, I give great advice, but I'm horrible at following my own. I'm glad I found a community that cares. Daisy, we care so much. And I'm just like, thank you for sharing this. I'm sure you're seeing we've got lots of people in the chat with some advice. If you're in the US, considering calling the domestic abuse hotline just to get some support and advice there. Tuttle just saying, please make sure your kids are safe. I know it's hard, but please ask family. And, Daisy, I just want you to know that there's no shame in going back and trying to give him another chance just for it to not work out, and to not let that stop you from leaving again. I know all of this is easier said than done, and I just want you to know we're here for you. I don't want to preach to you, especially as somebody who doesn't have experience with this. I just want you to know that you can see everybody in the chat right now, um, showing you so much love and support. And um, yeah, I reiterate what people are saying about leaning on family and reaching out to family, um, and keeping yourself and your family safe, Daisy. Echoing Ashley's big group hug. Big hug, big hug. You are so welcome, Daisy, and you don't have to worry at all about, you said, "I didn't mean to make it all about me. I just don't want anyone thinking this is okay behavior." And it is so okay for you to bring that here, Daisy. I'm grateful that we can have a group of people here that know what you're going through and be able to, like, check in and see how things are going. And, um just knowing that you have a community here that really cares and can give you advice if you need, or just be here to keep you company and provide a positive space for you. It's very important to talk about, like Anya said. So, yeah, we're here for you and sending you so much love, as well as anybody else in the chat who might be going through anything similar. I hope that soon you can be in a home surrounded by people that care about you and respect you, and that the future will be better. Whoa, my stomach just made a very dramatic sound. And Holly, I really hope that you can, not let any comments make you feel bad about being single or not being interested in a romantic relationship. Because truly, there are so many people out there just like you that relate to you, that feel the same way you do. And nobody deserves to be shamed or pressured. In that way. So I hope, I know you said that your friend has a learning disability as well. And I just hope that you guys can reach a place of understanding where they can respect your lifestyle. Daisy said, just for everyone, watch those red flags. Don't ignore them. At this point, I would rather be single and my kids feel the same for me. Such a good thing to say for anybody in the chat who might be going through something and maybe not even fully realize it yet, to pay attention to those red flags and those things that don't feel right, and trust yourself and reach out to family and friends or anybody if you're going through something. Okay, I really like how this director's chair is turning out. It's taken a little while because we've gotten into some pretty, serious conversation, which is not a bad thing. Um, I'm glad that this can be a space for this. It definitely makes it. I want to just be able to focus on this conversation, and not be fully distracted by the sticker designing. Um, and Nicola said, feeling a bit down as my dad is being really horrible, making fun of me for not being able to go out. I care for him, but sometimes he says he's sorry, but it still hurts. He'll probably be friendly tomorrow. Oh, and Nicola, I definitely don't feel like you have to compare your problems to others. That sounds really awful. Um, I'm sorry. You don't deserve that. Again, sending love to you all. Okay, I'm going to give this director's chair a little foot stool, foot holder down here. Emily said, I totally just woke up from a nap on the couch. My voice lulled you into a much needed nap. Mom nap. I'm glad you were able to get some rest, Emily. Thanks for explaining, Holly. I really appreciate you sharing here. No need to apologize. Lisa said the front leg at the top should be forward a little bit. Okay, so do you mean that this should come down more? Like that? Oh, when it meets the bottom of the chair, it needs to go over to the right. I see. I see. Okay. How am I going to fix that? Maybe by grabbing all of my legs. Going like that. Jake's making a pot roast right now that I'm going to eat for dinner. And I think my stomach knows it. It can smell it. And it's like, feed me that pot roast now. You got to wait, Belly. It's not dinner time yet. It is not dinner time quite yet. I have a new microphone, so it's more sensitive. It's got better quality. So you guys are getting some good rumbling belly ASMR sounds. And now it's like showing off. Now that it knows that you can hear it. Okay. Does that look better? I feel like that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, let me pause, take a little mental break here. So, how long did I say I wanted to go for? I think 30 more minutes. I was going to go till 5. So, let me think about where I want to go from here. While I'm thinking about that, I'm going to erase these little extra popcorn pieces here. Oh my God, stomach, chill. You're making it sound like I'm so hungry. Stop being dramatic. You're going to get dinner, okay? All right, let me think here. I have these other sketches. I'm just kind of second guessing some of these sketches here. Specifically, the I sketched out two statues, like a Academy Award and a Golden Globe. I don't know if I want to put those in this collection though, because I almost want more room for just like real like movie theater references, like the ticket stubs and the treats and the film strips, and then like I'm going to do a projector, and I feel like a film canister would be really fun. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I still want to do these two little statues, award statues. I feel like they would be cute, but I feel like I would maybe want to use that space for something else. Oh, a film camera. See, that would be pretty fun. Emily said maybe on the Patreon sheet. Yeah, does anybody here like I feel like you guys were when we did these sketches, we were like y'all were excited about these. Do you still feel that same way? Like do you feel like these really bring a lot to this collection, these two little statues? Or would you rather me like be able to have more room for these other elements I've already been working on? Let me know. Let me know if anybody would like be disappointed if we didn't get the award statues because I'm definitely still willing to create them. Daisy said, I love the Oscar. Ashley said, yes, they're cute. You can make them a Patreon exclusive. Anya would like them, but feels wrong around the others on this sheet. They're cute, but meh, I'd rather have room for the theater related stuff. Emily said, I think I would miss them, but only because I know about them. Tuttle says, I would stick to movie theater items. Okay, so it sounds like you guys feel similar to me, like they're cute, but yes, they don't fully fit the movie theater vibe. I like the idea of if we still want them, we can put them on the Patreon exclusive sheet. So I'm just going to create a new sheet here and I'm just going to put those sketches over there for later on. I also do love the idea of the stars, Daisy, as a decorative element that comes in, like these stars here. I feel like that would be so cute. Or like the stars that are on, kind of like resembling like the Hollywood Walk of Fame stars. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to stick to like more movie theater themed stuff. Even the director's chair is pushing it a little bit, but I feel like it kind of works because of like, I don't know, almost like you can imagine if the director is like watching a screening of his own movie in a movie theater, that maybe he'd be sitting at the front in a director's chair. Kimberly said, "Same, that you'd miss them, but you don't they don't necessarily fit the theme, and you wouldn't be mad if they popped up on the Patreon exclusive sheet." Marlena said the same thing. Okay, I'm glad we're all pretty much in agreement here. Okay. So, what do I want to do next? I think I want to take a sip of my drink. Okay, I think I'll do this film projector next because I feel like that is a good one for this no matter what. So for this, I'm going to pull my reference back up. I think I saved the reference that I used for this. No, maybe not. So let's go to search and let's look up old film projector. Oops. Or old movie projector. Just so I can kind of see what's going on here. I wish I could find my original reference, but this will work. Oh, this one's pretty good here. Okay, so let's start going in with this guy. So just starting off with the main shape, and then I'll go in with the details afterwards. Daisy said, I like the film strips to use on my weeklies for the days. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking on the sheet 2 of the monthly kit. I love the idea of doing some film strip weekly headers. Or even on the monthly kit add-on sheet with the longer weekly headers, those would make perfect film strips with like white writing on top. And again, I don't know that all of these stickers that I'm drawing right now will actually stay on this particular sheet. I have a decorative sheet on its own, and then I'm going to have sheet 3 of the 3-sheet monthly kit that will also be a decorative sheet. So once I have all of my elements, I'll then focus on arranging everything. I think I'll probably just copy and paste the same one over. Oh my God, Karen, don't even get me started. I know this month is almost over. Every month, I'm like, I'll be able to get this collection done quicker. And then I blink and the month is over every time. Sophie, the next Zoom isn't scheduled yet, but there is going to be one in September. And I'm going to post the live stream schedule for September before August is over. So once the schedule is up, then you'll be able to see when the next Zoom is. It's probably going to be on a Saturday towards the middle of September. Okay, so I'm starting to use white now to kind of separate the different components here. Hey, Cassie, welcome in. We are so happy to see you today. Yeah, earlier, Cassie, we created a Titanic cat themed movie poster, and you're going to have to take it with some creative liberties because I couldn't make Bailey brown like she really is. So I kind of made her gray. But the intention is that this is a cat themed Titanic with Luna and Bailey, and they're in love. And we'll just pretend like this has a happy ending. Pertanic has a happy ending compared to Titanic. So just kind of continuing to throw in some details here, just using the white for now. And not worrying too much about this being like perfectly accurate. I'm just kind of looking at some of the main components and starting to add those in. But again, this is my own kind of imaginary world, so the film projectors might work a little bit differently in my world than they do in real life. Let's grab some yellow as a highlighting color. Start putting out on the far right edges. Emily, me too. I love this community so much. Oh, Holly, that is so sweet. I'm so happy your mom's excited about this new collection. I love all the like mother-daughter groups that are into my content in general. It's so sweet. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty good. I don't think that needs too much else. I could give it like a little bit of a red accent as well for funsies. Like that. I like how dark and silhouetted this is because it really looks like it's in a dark theater. Oops. Okay, now I think when I made the sketch, I intended to actually have one of these have film in it and then have it feeding the film. So maybe I'll fill the top one in with like this. And then this one would just have a little bit on there. Holly, you're noticing I changed a setting so that you can see my pencil tip. So that's what you're seeing here. If I turn it big, here you can see it's showing an outline around the stroke, just like that. And Holly, that's actually an option you turn on in preferences. It's called brush cursor. All right. I feel like that looks good. Let's scoot this guy over a little bit and pause my recording. Yeah, let's do the candy boxes now. So I like the idea of I always get I feel like, well, maybe not all the time anymore, but Sour Patch Kids was always like a very classic movie theater candy for me. So I'm thinking maybe kind of mimicking this box style just with my colors that I'm doing here. And I think I'll just have them say candy. I don't think I'm going to come up with any funny names because I really want to make sure these look like are read as candy and not like VHS boxes or anything else. So I'm going to have the labels clearly say that these are candy. So let's turn on my recording again. So I'm going to start just by outlining my box. And maybe I'll also have some bagged candy. I just feel like at the movie theater, the boxes are classic. All right, let's grab the yellow. Start there. Let's maybe grab the light blue. And then maybe I'll try to kind of put like the little Sour Patch dude that pokes out. I feel like that could be kind of a visual indication maybe of what candy I'm doing here. It's kind of subtle. Like it's really just going to be a small detail, but maybe subconsciously will remind people of Sour Patch Kids. Okay, and I think this is where I'm going to be doing a pretty basic little candy label. Oh, Lauren, you said sour cats? I love that. Because I just want the word sour on there. Just give the Sour Patch Kid little ears and whiskers. All right. Nothing too special, just kind of a simple little candy box. Okay, do I want to do another candy box? I feel like I got to do at least one more. Honestly, the candy box is like, I feel like kind of an underwhelming part of this decoration, but it's just like a cute little detail. Not something I want to focus too heavily on. I'm going to look up movie theater candy. That's what I was thinking, Ashley. Some kind of chocolate. Milk duds are often what I think of, but maybe I'll do like oh yeah, milk duds. That's what I was thinking. That makes a lot of sense about the human battery, like you were saying above Holly. Absolutely. I relate to that. The difference between being done with your social battery versus actually being tired or going to bed makes a lot of sense. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot this up, and then I'm actually going to have this box be like right side up. And I do think I'm going to do something inspired by the Milk Duds box. And this is just fully inspired by like the candies that growing up we would get all the time at the theaters. I feel like my dad always got Milk Duds, and then I would get the Sour Patch Kids. You know what? Actually, I think I'm just gonna have this be like almost kind of generic. Well, let me think. I want it to be chocolate, but I also wanted to kind of match this color scheme. These goobers are kind of a similar color scheme, but I think I am just gonna have the box say chocolate. So I don't think it even matters too much what the design is. Or like chocolate. I see there's the raisinets. Some people said they usually really like getting raisinets. Or M&Ms. I feel like M&Ms is pretty classic. Skittles is classic. Oh, I like that. Cocoa Duds. I like that idea. I'm clearly mostly just wanting to do a blue box, but maybe I should actually have it be more red. Kimberly said, "My phone is almost dead. We'll have to watch the replay." Thanks so much for joining, Kimberly. I hope to see you during our next live stream, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I kind of changed my mind like a million times in the process of drawing this candy box, so now it just looks like very generic. 'Cause it doesn't actually like fully match any of the examples. So I'm like, does it even read as a candy box? You guys let me know. You guys let me know if this is a worthwhile illustration or if I should start over or try something different. Ooh. Okay. So seeing all your guys' comments, I think I could leave this as is. And you guys are saying it reads as candy. Karen's suggesting maybe trying to redo it to match the Milk Duds box more. And that is what I was going to do initially. And the only reason I didn't is because I was like, well, maybe I don't want the box to be yellow like this one. I kind of made it yellow anyways. But I think I'll just leave this for now, and later on in this design process, if I feel called to changing it at all, then I can. But it really is like a minor detail in this collection. You can just kind of imagine these being placed with the popcorn and the drink, and the full picture being conveyed that way, that these are all movie snacks. Let's see, Holly. I think if somebody clicks on your name, you can click go to channel, and then oh, I see your playlists aren't public. Um, oh, that's right. This is your new channel. Okay. I got you. That's right. Holly's Creations. Here we go. Playlists, Disney ambiance. Here, I'll just send this link to all of Holly's playlists here. And the Disney ambiance is at the top. All right. So I am at the point where we've been streaming for about 4 hours, and that is where I was thinking I'm going to call it a day. I think I'm just going to rearrange things a little bit. I'm going to move this guy over. I'm going to turn my sketch off, and I want to make this film strip bigger. This one definitely deserves to be bigger. Try to fit it in here like this. Perfect. Okay, and how about to finish off, I have this little bit of blank space. I'm gonna put a star in there, just like this one. So what I'm actually gonna do is just come in here, and I'm going to copy this whole star and use this as a guide. This sheet isn't exactly finished. Like, I'm just going to make it look finished for the sake of this clip I'm filming. But I will be like rearranging these items, having them show up on different sheets, change the sizes of some things. We still got some work to do, but I can at least fill in the little bit of blank space with a star. Also, just to remind myself that we want the star to come in as an element for this collection. Okay, I think I should go back and make my brush a little smaller to redo these lines. Putting these little lines coming out of every corner, and then go in with my black and do a little outline around those lines. Good night, Holly. Thanks so much for being here. And you can check the live stream schedule on Patreon for the next stream. I think maybe it's on Tuesday, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this sheet will end up changing, but just for the sake of making it look filled up, I just put in a couple little stars. And let me get rid of my symmetry line. And stop my recording there. Okay. So we made some fun progress today on these illustrations, focusing on some smaller illustrations that will pair with the sticker collection. Here is a reminder of what these first main headers look like. This is sheet 1 of the monthly kit. So these are our big horizontal headers, similar to this sheet of the Frog Tea Party collection. So I'm very excited to see how this collection ends up finishing up. We've got quite a few of our elements created, and we got one more header for this sheet. We've got a bunch of decorative elements designed. The blank one here, Holly, is going to be similar to this one up here. It's going to have a film strip going through the center. And then instead of popcorn and an icy, it's going to have some other decorative illustration on the right. I might end up doing like the film clapper or candy and soda or the projector and film clapper or a movie ticket and a projector, something like that. Ooh, although you saying that like makes me want to start working on it. No, I have to call it done. But yeah, I really like the idea of the film clapper and I like the movie ticket as well. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the two of those, but we'll see. Um, and then I also have a plan for this vertical sticker here to include, maybe this one can include like movie tickets falling down, or maybe all of the different like smaller decorative elements scattered around. We'll see. We'll see. Still got more stuff to figure out, but I love the progress. I'm very excited about this collection. And thank you guys so much for joining me as I worked on these designs today. If you want to be the first to receive these stickers, these are going to be September's Patreon sticker rewards that will be shipping towards the beginning of September. If you join Patreon this month at one of my sticker delivery tiers, you'll receive the otter stickers for August, my otter sticker collection. And then this is going to be September sticker collection. You can also join Patreon at the lower tiers for digital downloads, printable bullet journal spreads, printable pages, live streams. And you can also join Patreon for free if you would like to try it out and gain access to the free live streams and other posts that I open up to free patrons. Patreon also comes with discount codes, downloadable fonts, an exclusive community Facebook group, and all sorts of other rewards. So if you like what I do, if you like the stickers, if you like the live streams, the videos, anything that I create, then definitely check out Patreon where you can get more of the things you love. Thank you guys so much for being here, by the way, and for all of the conversation. Daisy, it was so wonderful having you here today, in particular, and like just to you and to anybody else going through tough times and all sorts of life challenges. I'm just so grateful that we have this community here. I'm grateful for every single one of you being here and spending time with me and spending time with each other, engaging in the chat, being so endlessly kind and supportive to myself and to each other. It's such a beautiful group in these live streams, even when it's these public streams outside of the Patreon exclusive ones. It is still just such a wholesome, supportive community here. And I just thank you guys for that. I thank you for being so respectful and, um, yeah, just being the best. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here today. If there's anybody in the chat who had messages or questions that I missed, I'm very sorry. It's always a little bit of a struggle keeping up with the chat while working on the collection and staying focused. But I try my best to engage with everybody as much as possible. But thank you guys again. I will see you during my next live stream. There's a Patreon, one or two more Patreon streams this week. And then on Sunday, we will have another public live stream. And my live stream schedule will be posted towards the end of August on Patreon. That is viewable to free patrons as well. So, again, join Patreon for free if you want to stay up to date on my monthly live stream schedules and all that good stuff. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or morning, depending where in the world you are. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.